Hey everyone! So the past few weeks I have been working on fixing the set design and the level design of an environment I made a few months ago. And I also did a texture overhaul, materials overhaul, uh, fixed a lot of the issues that I saw with the original environment and pieced it all together to make a lot more sense. And I created more models for it to make it feel a little bit more complete. Added some effects, added sounds, made it feel a lot more lively. So I'm going to go ahead and show that off to you guys. First, I added some posters, which I'll talk to you about in a little bit. Added some mice. Not only did I practice my art and design skills, especially with levels and environments, but I also practiced my programming skills a little bit. It's been a while since I used Unreal blueprinting, so it took a little bit longer than I expected. Still not too long. I just wanted to create some UI that I enjoyed and I thought would kind of piece the level together a little bit better. While I don't think the level necessarily needs the narrative design along with it, I thought it would make this feel more like a game and feel like something that's more integrated and pieced together and polished. So, as you can see, I got some effects in here. You can barely see it, but it's like a steam effect. Plenty of emissive holograms, decals all over the walls, drinks everywhere, onigiri and bento boxes, plenty of alcohol. Or drinks, I should say. In this case, milk, since the bartender is a cat, a robot cat. Neon lights, sounds. I've improved with my lighting since I created the last environment, so I integrated a lot more lighting techniques. And the windows are a parallax material as well. So I'm not going to keep you guys waiting too long now, so I'm going to hit play. And the first thing you could probably hear is the sounds. I have a sound for the steam and a sound for the water droplet. And when you first walk in, all you see is this door in front of you with graffiti all over it. And right next to it, there's not only a poster with an arrow and a UI element, but also a graffiti arrow right next to it to kind of guide the player into pointing them in that direction. But the first thing they're going to want to do is either walk to this table because it's really bright, or walk up to this UI element and interact with it. And I'm not going to read everything. Everything's just like goofy writing that makes no sense. But I'll keep it open so you guys can pause it. But this is a little Easter egg. This is my developer little catalyst for a game that I've been working on with the team. Super excited to share that later on, but for now, just a little Easter egg. Doesn't mean anything right now. She's making a milk drink, that's all that matters. I got my little turtle neon lights that make noise. You can hear the buzzing. Plenty of booths with some beautiful textures. Still really proud of the textures that I did on them, with the cracks especially. And we got some wine bottles, some wine glasses. I added a bar in the center here. At first it was just tables, but I turned it into a little bit of a bar because it made more sense to me with the layout of the entire area. And judging that I am a bartender, I was like, okay, we're missing some stools on the floor here. So, and additionally, I have this little girl's backpack. There's actually a light pointing right at this to make it stand out a little bit better, but I also added the UI element. And there's a little mouse stealing her sandwich. But the whole idea behind this right here, this is going to be the main part of the story where, oh, there's a little girl in here. Why is there a little girl in the bar? There shouldn't be a little girl in the bar. And actually, the UI kind of hints at the dad. If you look really closely, he has two bottles in his hand. But to the little girl, it's like, oh, this is my normal. And it's just part of his life, and she just loves him so much, and it's just really sad. Anyways, so as you can see, the chairs are kind of fallen over right next to it. It's like, I wonder what happened here. But if we turn over, there's some knocked over chairs and tables, almost as if people left in a hurry, as there's several chairs here that are knocked over. But then if we go over here behind the bar, as you can see, there's one seat in particular that has a bunch of bottles in front of it. And it's like, oh, that's a lot of alcohol. For people who don't work in a bar, you either think that the bartender is really messy or really negligent. But basically, it's a bar regular that just drinks way too much. Way too much. So that's that part of the story. And set design wise, I also made sure every seat had a place, a person that sat in it and had meaning behind it. Same with behind the bar. Since I'm a bartender, I have a little bit of experience and would say that this bar kind of makes sense. Like the little jiggers that are right here, next to the glasses in particular that are stacked. Beer bottles outside don't make sense, but I had nowhere else to put them. I also have my big beer kegs that I think are really cool. Can't interact with the kegs except for the one down there. I also have this hologram computer that I still love and I'm really proud of. We go over to this. Why is the beer green? Interesting. And in our little UI excerpt, it is revealed that this is something called turtle juice, and it's the equivalent of Baja Blast, but in a bar-like setting, I guess I should say. Because I wouldn't want my milk to be green, but that's turtle juice. Part of the Turtle Cantina, which is the name of this place. And then this little party area over here. Some of the collisions are a little bit off, so it's not quite easy to get through. There we go. Again with the posters, the decals. Over here, we got a bunch of wine glasses and a mess. So if we click on it, it's like, oh, it was a girls' night out. Okay, I understand that. And a cute little photo of all the girls talking, things like that. Just something whimsical and to make this feel more alive. And then, oh, we look over here. And what are these little guys doing here? They look familiar. Not like somebody that should be running a bar. But if we click on it, I love this line. Should this guy be asking me for a cover charge? That's amazing. I love it. And then we walk out here and it's like, oh, this is the cantina, blah, blah, blah. Super cool. But anyways, that's pretty much the gist of the level. I'm really proud with how this turned out and a lot happier with the set design, because before I was like, oh, I'm not a big fan of this. And let me know your thoughts, if there's anything you would change. If maybe your favorite part about it could be the mice or something. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next environment video. Peace.